Well, protests are taking place all across the country. That's in response to an executive order temporarily banning more than 218 million people from entering the United States.
Now, under that executive order, citizens of 7 predominantly Muslim countries cannot enter the United States for 90 days. The order also suspends the admission of all refugees for 120 days.
We want to ensure that we are not admitting into our country the very threats our soldiers are fighting overseas.
A federal judge put a stop to part of the president's order, granting emergency stays for citizens of those countries who have already arrived in the U.S. or are in transit and have valid visas. Action News Jack's anchor Romney Smith is live in the newsroom now with the latest on this. Romney, protests erupted in at least 8 major airports over the weekend.
That's right, Don. And these protests took place in major cities, including Chicago, Boston, Los Angeles, and Orlando.
No hate, no fear! Refugees are welcome here!
You're looking at a scene from Orlando Sunday. This was one of several rallies across the country. In Georgia, protesters were joined by Atlanta's mayor, Kasim Reed, who says the executive order is illegal.
You can identify 7 countries if you want, but the fact of the matter is that this is a Muslim ban. And the only way that won't be the standard is if we stand up and do everything in our power to make it known that this will not stand.
Over the weekend, hundreds of people were detained. On Sunday, President Donald Trump's administration continued to back the ban.
This is a ban on prospective travel from countries trying to prevent terrorists in this country, from countries that have a recent history of training and exporting and harboring terrorists.
And the fact of the matter is 325,000 people from foreign countries came into the United States yesterday, and 109 people were detained for further questioning. And perhaps some of these people should be detained further. And if they're folks that shouldn't be in this country, they're going to be detained. And so apologize for nothing here.
Today, House and Senate Democrats plan to protest the executive order. They will meet on the steps of the Supreme Court tonight at 6 p.m. Of course, we'll let you know if anything comes of that protest. Phil?